Testing. Hey guys, welcome to Vidivic Arts. I'm Josh, and I don't have any models for you guys today. This is a bit of a chat, and it's been a long time coming, honestly. And I think a lot of you already know what this is about. It's about the Games Workshop models and getting DCMA'd all the time. I've talked about this before, like multiple times, and I complained about it in the Thingiverse and why I was leaving Thingiverse video. And yeah, basically my models on My Mini Factory have been hit with DCMAs from Games Workshop, and I've had a lot of people on my social media accounts and stuff. Whether they're real or not is a question. I can't be bothered looking into it too much because when you get it all the time, it's just like, it's too much. So basically, I've been, threatened with lawsuits and whatever have you. I haven't actually responded to any of them. I'm basically responding by doing this. Basically saying that I am no longer going to be working on any Games Workshop models on this channel. I might paint models, models that I've already made and stuff, but you won't be able to get any of them, basically. They might be like real models from the actual store, and I can convert them, and I can still make bits, like conversion bits, but I won't be working on any of that stuff anytime soon anyway, but I might do that later on down the road. Yeah, it's a bit of a frustration because I really enjoyed working on some of the models, and some of them I actually didn't really enjoy working on, like the Space Marines, for example. I kind of felt like I had to make them to draw people in because Space Marines are just, I don't know, everyone loves Space Marines for some reason. I personally, they kind of give me the shits because, because everyone loves them, and, there's other models out there that are much more cooler than Space Marines, in my opinion. Now, I've probably just lost half of you just now, and I've probably just gained half of your more respectedness. So, yeah, I actually planned to make Necrons for this November. Necro November, and yeah, they're basically Necrons, let's get over it. But yeah, I made a whole month's worth of models, months in advance, and I actually printed them and painted them, filmed all of it, and on this decision, I'm saying that, I'm not going to be releasing them, so that's a lot of work that has just been tossed aside. Now, I'm not releasing them like on a broad spectrum. They are available on my Patreon, and the reason why I did that was, I had a month's worth of work put into them, and I really enjoyed working on them. And I thought, if I'm going to share it, I'm just going to share it to a smaller number of people who actually care about my work and want to support me. So if you want those models for whatever reason, obvious reasons, you can head over there and check them out. But yeah, they're just Necrons, so don't go over there and support me if you want more Warhammer models, because you're not going to get any more. I know that sucks to hear, but that's the reality. I am no longer making 40k or Warhammer models for the public. Let's clarify, for the public. And yeah, I think that kind of opens up the chapter of a whole new chapter, really. Because I have to focus on my own stuff and my own creative outlet. And honestly, this channel was not created for the explicit use of making Warhammer and stuff for you guys. I actually made it as kind of like a portfolio for myself. And it kind of evolved into this 3D printing thing. And from there, I've just made Warhammer. And obviously, as a big fan of Warhammer and all those stuff, I ended up making that stuff. So it made sense, but now I think it's time to focus on my own creative stuff. And I have actually been working on a lot of things. One thing in particular is my own tabletop game. And it's kind of crazy to think that, I'm working on my own tabletop game. Why not just work on something else that already exists? But I've wanted to make this game for... since 2004, I drew up these little concepts when I was in high school, like in year 7. I drew these pictures of these characters, and it slowly developed into a storyline and an entire universe. And throughout high school, I was just obsessed with drawing these characters. And when I left high school, I went into a games course, and this game was these drawings were what I wanted to work on. I wanted to make a game based on this stuff that I had an obsession over. And it was just heavily inspired by, Star Wars and Halo and even Warhammer in some degree. But yeah, it was my own universe that I could go to and just be creative and do whatever I wanted to. And when I went to the games course, I was told that I shouldn't be here if I have just one idea in mind, or if just one project that I wanted to work on. So I literally just said no to that project, pushed it out of my mind, and I started working on a whole bunch of different projects just to get the idea of what it was like to be working on different stuff, So yeah, I kind of had it on pause for about a solid 5 years, but it's always been in the back of my mind, and now I'm coming back to it. And this project is, I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty huge. It's a little daunting. I've been writing up a lot of storyline for it, and I'll have a separate video explaining all of this in detail. But yeah, it's something that I'm looking forward to. Hopefully, it's something I can take to Kickstarter or something like that, so I can get some funding for it to make it full time. I think you guys will like it if you've been following my channel from the start. I think you guys will really like where I'm going with it. If you are a fan of Halo in particular, you'll really love it. And yeah, that's just what this whole video is about. I'm stopping the Warhammer models on this. I don't want to deal with a lawsuit in particular, especially. I'm making no money really out of this compared to some other people that are making models, and in all honesty, I don't really want to have that on my shoulders all the time. Every model I release, I'm like, is this gonna be the one that sends me over the edge? And it's just too risky, and yeah, I don't want to do it anymore. And yeah, like I said, I've got my own world developing in the background, and of course there's D&D, which is a really awesome outlet to work on models that the D&D is a little overpopulated with models, but I still feel like I can contribute to that, and I feel like some of you guys would really like to see some stuff that I make for that. Yeah, I don't know what else to say really, because yeah, it's a really upsetting thing, and I'm trying to be open. I'm not cutting this video at all. I'm not trying to pad it out. It's just really hard to find the words to describe. Yeah, I really appreciate everyone who came over here for the Warhammer models and has stayed here for my own models, and people who went over to Patreon. Yeah, Patreon. Did I say Patreon before? I meant Kickstarter for taking the project to make more funds. But people who went over to Patreon, who came here for Warhammer models, and they realized, you know what, he's got a lot of creative stuff coming out. I cannot thank you more than enough, and I can't thank you more the people who are still coming over here for Warhammer models. It's just a real pleasure to have such an awesome fan base just be built up on fandom for science fiction models. I think that's what it comes down to, and fiction in general models. So yeah, that's all I had to say for this video. I'm sorry for the lack of models that have come out in the past days and weeks, and if not even months. I've just been really just down and in the dumps, and kind of dragging my feet a bit, because I really didn't know what I was going to do for a long time, and I feel like having all this stuff just stop, and I've models from months ago just not be able to be released, and my plans for December and January have just absolutely carked it. So yeah, hopefully you guys understand, and you can stick with me and be a little patient, and I thank you so much for supporting me here and on Patreon and in the future. So that's it for now, and yeah, as always, stay awesome everyone, and get printing and painting those models. See you guys.